Hello everyone, this is Ryan at renewedhealth.com. Hope you're well. Some of you guys are wondering, what is red light therapy? Red light therapy is also known as photobiomodulation. And this is something that's been being researched for years, literally 20-some years. And really what it is it is the ability of light, different spectrums of light, to solicit biological impact on the body. In other words, what is that light doing for the human body, for that matter, any living animal as well. So we've known for years that sunlight is necessary to generate vitamin D in your body. What we have failed to neglect is that most folks really underestimate how important light is, natural light, full spectrum light is for their bodies, for their health, for their blood pressure, for their neurological health, for their immune system responses. And there has been a small, let's say more obscure kind of area of research up until recent years when the overwhelming evidence started really demonstrating how powerful light is for healing. So with the advent of LED lights a few years back, it became a lot more affordable to start really researching what light was doing within the body. Prior to that, lasers were necessary. And so now today you have what are basically red light therapy, or PBM, we'll call for photobiomodulation abbreviated, panels. This is just an example. This is a Platinum Biomax 600 is what this is. That's my personal unit. So I want to talk with you a little bit about this. So a unit like this doesn't emit any ultraviolet light. Okay, ultraviolet light is low on the wavelengths. Red light is in that really high 500s to high 600-ish kind of really low 700 nanometer wavelength is really the spectrum of light that red falls into. Above that, you go into near infrared, which this unit also has near infrared lights in it as well. And with red light there's not just a handful of studies, there are hundreds of studies of all the different impacts, biological impacts that red light and near infrared light have on the body, which is why I decided to purchase one for myself. It's just, there's too much evidence to indicate the multiple anti-aging and health benefits of a unit like this. So let's talk a little bit about the red spectrum. Red spectrum is, if you hold a flashlight up to your hand, you probably did this when you were a child, you saw that, hey, in the dark, my hand looks, you can see the light coming through. Well, you can see it coming through and it's red on the other end. In other words, the red of the light is the only light that gets deep into the tissue itself. It's not because your blood is red or anything like that. It's because of the wavelengths of light. Well, that red spectrum, for instance, on this unit, half of these lenses emit exclusively red light. Well, that is very healing for the skin. There's a ton of research that's been done on this and showing anti-aging effects on the skin, especially for reduction of wrinkles and fine lines on the face. There's been a lot done for collagen production as well. Healing of wounds as well is another big one. And there's different bulbs, 610, 630, 660. There's different spectrums of that red light. Most of the research has been done at 660. Which pretty much every red light panel on the market is going to have some of those lenses being 660. 630 is also a really interesting spectrum of light that seems to have a lot of really good biological effect as well. So that's, in more state-of-the-art units on the market, you'll see 630 as well. Usually not in place of, but usually in addition to 660. Okay, so you'll also find that it has a pretty significant reduction in inflammation. Which is, most folks have some type of inflammation issue, and we don't certainly want inflammation in your body. Low levels of inflammation, not good for you. Certainly help premature aging and things of that sort. So reducing inflammation levels is helpful. The other thing that red light can do is actually help stimulate your circadian rhythm. It also can help boost testosterone levels. I found that with this particular unit that some of my very first workouts after I started using this had significant uptick in strength. I write all my workouts down so I know what my baseline levels are, where I am on certain exercises and weights that I'm using, etc. And this actually was noticeable. I don't know if it's an uptick in testosterone or not, but I'll say one of the other things is help to reduce recovery time from exercise. So helping with the muscles begin to rebuild quicker and rejuvenate quicker. So there's a lot of people in sports medicine are using these for their athletes, and for their trainers are using them for athletes as well. So near infrared spectrum, that's really in the low 800s to high 800s in the spectrum. This particular unit has 810, 830, and 850. Near infrared goes much deeper into the skin. Actually goes, folks in the industry claim that it actually goes through the bone and goes into the bone itself. So there's questions on stimulating stem cell generation. There's absolute evidence that shows that these help the body to generate mitochondria. We're not exactly sure how that works, but mitochondria is a precursor to ATP, energy for the body. So gives, you want mitochondria health. Mitochondria health is big. I mean, substances like coenzyme Q10 really good for helping generate mitochondria. And near-infrared red light, devices on the market help to generate mitochondria as well, which is a big thing in the area of anti-aging. Being that these stimulate much deeper into the skeletal system than the surface level of the red light, there's all sorts of evidence in showing like recovery from surgeries and long-standing injuries that need help being rebuilt within the body. Helps to accelerate some of those as well. People are using it for everything from jaw pain to deep muscle pains, joint issues, muscular challenges and things of that sort, back spasms and stuff of that sort. And then you'll see a lot of research being done on dementia, Alzheimer's as well, memory situations. And, those would be some of the big areas for sure. So if you're interested in something that, can help, generate some youth, it's not going to be this isn't like a single bullet kind of, hey, fix all, end all, be all kind of scenario. This is a great tool to have in your arsenal. It's a great device. I think they're, well worth the money. It's not like you're talking, honestly, if you're trying to make something like this 10 years ago, it would have cost tens of thousands of dollars because the LED technologies were way cost prohibitive. But we're seeing some really interesting products come on the market. This particular one, I'll talk about it in some of the other videos. This is an FDA approved device. It's a type 2 medical device as well. So it's gone through that whole approval process and is categorized as a therapeutic device. So you can really feel it when you turn one of these systems on and you put it up against, you don't have to lean up against it, but 4 or 6 inches away from it, you can really feel the intensity of it going into your skin. You should use these systems, on bare skin. You clearly don't use them with, with clothing on. And depending on what you want to treat, if you want to do your knees for knee issues, you want to do your hips for hip issues, you've done a strong chest workout, and you really want to get some, some quicker recovery there to come back on your next workout, or the sport that you're doing might be great for you. If you're trying to get neurological benefits, well, putting it close to your head would be helpful. And by the way, none of this is medical advice. There's always that disclaimer as well. You guys need to make sure that you're checking with your medical health care provider. And hopefully some of this is helpful for you. We wish you the very best. If you have any questions about anything, always feel free to give us a call. Tell people this all the time. Look, in a world where you can go on Amazon and order just about everything, there's no one out there that can actually talk to you and answer those questions. Most websites don't even have a phone number. You can call us, ask for me, I'll call you back, and I'm happy to help in any way I possibly can. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks, folks.